Doppelsnoppelot is this end.
Eesgooshee is this. Run Heart-3, Princess Twilight, Zelda of Legend, the two back welcome. Everyone, hey! So here is our first glimpse of Hyrule Field.
It is a field.
Everyone should get a pretty good look, because from now on it's going to be going by at about 3 times normal speed.
Try not to puke.
And here's the mailman. The mail carrier. Written by Steve Carell. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's heard of this. Well, I imagine a ton of people have. But, Steve Carell is leaving The Office. And he's planning on writing a sitcom for NBC about his early days as a mail carrier. Which technically makes it a post-office comedy.
You can tell from his voice inflection that it's a joke. It's also serious.
I give that career move 5 Carusos out of 5.
If I were the Who, I would have yabbed that.
This part's always a little jarring, how she just grabs you from out of the Twilight. Oh hey, we're not a wolf.
Yay!
Oh wait, yeah we are.
It's okay, he's cooler as a wolf anyway.
Debatable. The wolf can't use the double claw shots.
Imagine if he could though, that'd be so badass. There's nothing that could stop that wolf.
So here's the first part where you smell something and then follow a trail with your senses. Most of the time when you have to do this, if you actually know which way you need to go, you can just skip it, actually. Oh no, the bridge is out. We better get a bus to jump over it. Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
The Spice Girls movie?
No, Speed.
Oh, Speed.
And here's the whole warping stuff around tutorial. Using the portals that we've been creating by defeating those shadow creatures. So we have to go find some sort of bridge-like thing. Have you seen a bridge-looking thing lately? I don't really remember one.
If you're shouting at the screen right now, you watch too much Dora the Explorer.
Look hard! A clue! A clue! Does Dora the Explorer do that too?
There's no big paw print on it.
Oh.
Because she washes her hands. But there is some implied viewer response. You know what I hate about motivational speakers? How
the
they
fact that they're actually pedophiles.
That, and...
Especially if they're played by Patrick Swayze.
That.
May he rest in peace.
That, And how they always, no matter how loud you are the first time, they will always tell you that you suck and that you need to be louder. And then they'll pretend that that's awesome that you're being that loud now. I hate it.
That is true.
The first thing they do is they violate your trust.
That's not very motivating.
No.
Neither is molesting children.
Depends on what they're motivating you for.
So yeah, there's the whole...
Like, if they're motivating you for arson, then it's effective.
So that's the whole warping stuff around tutorial. Now we're thinking with portals. So I've not really understood if that stuff on the gate is supposed to be blood or not.
What's this rated?
It is T, so they can have some blood. And I think Beast Ganon bleeds after you hit him. But then, I wasn't really surprised that this game was rated T. I actually think that Ocarina and Majora's Mask probably should have been rated T as well. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to start a moral panic. But,
Too late.
But those were pretty dark and violent and bloody. Like, I remember there were some parts of the Shadow Temple and the bottom of the Well Temple that there were rooms that just had, like, blood splattered on the walls.
Yeah.
Rated E for everyone. And then I think there were also there were a couple enemies in the Water Temple where when you beat them, they basically disappeared into a bunch of red bubbles. But whatever, I'm not going to freak out about it. Yeah, I really should have skipped through their dialogue. Did you think of anything for us to talk about or argue about while we wait for this dude to...
Yeah, but I forgot it.
Oh.
Which is the best Star Wars movie?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. So, it's a short argument.
Star Wars, the first one. I guess it's called A New Hope now. But Star Wars is probably more influential. But overall, I think,
It is the melee of the bunch.
I actually want to call it the Majora's Mask of the Star Wars series. Because
that's also valid.
Because I've heard people describe Majora's Mask as the Empire Strikes Back of the Zelda series. It's darker, it's generally considered better, but the one that came before it is more influential and it ends up higher on lists of best movies ever.
But it took what the first one did and took it far enough that it's valid to say it's better. And correct.
You know that the guy that directed it just died pretty recently? Yeah, Irvin Kershner died, I believe, on the same day as Leslie Nielsen.
Saying that it's the Dark Knight of It's Batman Begins might be a little far.
This is a cool little cutscene.
Even though Batman Begins had a better story.
I don't know about better, but it definitely had a tighter story.
Better in a more conventional way.
Like, if anything, Dark Knight it was more ambitious, so it had more things that could go wrong than the Batman Begins story.
Yes.
So that's why the Batman Begins story is tighter. Evil baby. Who would voice the evil baby? Ron Perlman. Actually, I think Ron Perlman might voice Renato here. I'm not sure. Who has a deeper voice than Ron Perlman? Michael Clark Duncan could be evil, but yes, Michael Clark Duncan would be evil baby. And I guess he's possessed by Pazuzu, or whatever.
He knows how to solve puzzles in this world.
I love the little hand movement she makes when she talks about the insects. A little fluttering. It reminds me of, it was some movie that Jimmy Stewart was in. I believe it was one of the Hitchcock ones. I think it was either Rear Window or Vertigo, where he's talking about something and he makes little walking movements with, I forgot what it was. It might have been chopsticks or something. Or like a couple forks or something. I thought that was pretty funny when I saw it. Also, I think, one of those two movies, or it might have even been North by Northwest. Pretty sure it was a Hitchcock movie. Had a scene where everyone had like a glass of wine, and they were all swirling it throughout the entire scene. And I could not take that scene seriously.
They really needed to breathe that wine.
There were 3 characters and they were all swirling their wine.
Were they doing it synchronized?
No.
Because that'd be creepy.
But yeah, you said that Barnes knows how to solve puzzles in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Midna actually has a line in that last cutscene where she talks about how, like, she's like, lighting candles to solve a puzzle to open a door? Isn't that kind of obvious? Oh, Midna's house only has 3 walls. That owl statue becomes really important later on. Okay, so whenever the little, the up on the D-pad thing appears, or I guess it's Z on the GameCube version, it's a sign that you're supposed to jump up some platforms and whatnot. And usually she'll have something to say before that, but that's the only part in the game where you hit it and she says something and then you have to hit it again to actually jump up the platforms.
That's strange.
All the other parts, you hit it and she says something and then you can jump up right away. Also, you can, if you get to those bugs quick enough, you can kill them before they burrow into the ground like I just did. But more bugs next time. See you later.